So I grew up in Shelburne, and our town is filled with everybody from small kids and families to the elderly. And they're our neighbors. So we want to make sure with rescue and fire that we protect our neighbors.
Our job and our role is to keep you and your family safe.
Our department is an all-volunteer department. We have 31 members right now, ranging in age from 17-year-old students to up in the mid-60s.
Well, what's nice about volunteering with the fire service and the fire department here in Shelburne is we all learn our strengths and weaknesses of what we're capable of doing and what we're not.
There's a range of things you can do in our department. You can become a firefighter interior, you can drive trucks, just be a pump operator. If you want to do marine stuff, you have the opportunity to work with a boat. Or if you want to just join the department and be an assistant administratively, you can be a treasurer or a secretary. There's a lot of opportunities for people to help the fire department or help the community and not just have to worry about running into a burning building.
My job is to go into a structure fire, but whoever is waiting outside that door feeding hose for me to advance that line, their job is just as important, if not more important, because it allows me to do my job.
They don't always need you to be the biggest person, because sometimes they need the smallest person to get through windows or get through the tiny spaces. I've never once been singled out for being a girl in this department, because when we're all under all our gear, we all look the same.
We're all the hero. We're all doing it together, not one person. We are a team. We rely on each other heavily, and we have to.
I mean, you don't need any training or previous medical experience to join a rescue squad.
I didn't have any experience. I was lucky enough that I was eased into everything. The crews that I started with, they made me feel safe, they made me feel prepared.
Almost a year ago, last November, was my first cardiac arrest call. And so going into that was like stressful for me because I was like, I've never seen a cardiac arrest before, I don't know how this is gonna go. But the whole crew was really calm.
Let's go! Sir? Sir? Sir, can you hear me? He's not breathing. Sabrina, start compressions. Aurora, get on an airway.
Any traumatic call that I've been on, our crew chief will always check in and be like, okay, let's talk through that. What just happened? How can I be there for you?
If your crew goes through a tough call, you have everybody in that crew gets together. You make sure everybody's okay, and yes, it sounds dangerous, but in reality, we're gonna stay as safe as we possibly can in these situations.
We always have an officer on scene that's in charge of safety, just overseeing the operation, making sure everybody's doing things safely, making sure they have the right gear on, the proper gear on, make sure they use the tools properly.
We train a lot. We train every week. And our trainings are very real. With the proper training and the proper skills, you will be able to do certain things that you never said you could do.
You're never done learning. There's always something more to learn.
Maybe you want to become a driver.
It's kind of, you meet safe auto racing because you're taught to be like, all right, safely but fast get to the call. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the best parts about driving is when you get to drive lights and sirens.
Maybe you enjoy water rescue. Again, you don't need to be a certified interior firefighter to be a water rescue swimmer.
I'm a boat guy. I have a boat myself. I'm on the water with my family as much as I can. I know being out on the lake is a bad place for things to happen. This is our primary marine rescue vessel. We have a smaller Zodiac that we keep at the station, but this 22-foot whaler is our lake boat, which lives at the Shelburne shipyard. Best part of the boat is that it has water access through the dive door. So we can take patients right on board. directly from the water. We typically crew the boat with an operator. We like to have a commanding officer or navigator on board as well to run the radios. And we'll try to have at least one crew member who may double as a rescue swimmer and then a backup swimmer or an EMT. So we're always looking for people who want to help out in their community, and any skill that you may have may be applicable somehow to the fire department.
Shelburne's a great community. There's nothing I would change about Shelburne. I think the people in Shelburne are wonderful to work with.
People will recognize that you're fire and rescue. They might buy you a coffee that day, or they'll turn around and say thank you for taking care of your family member.
We try to get out and do as much as we can with the public, make ourselves accessible, make ourselves visible so they know what we're all about.
The parade is actually one of my favorite community events that we put on. Brings out the community, the kids, the adults, people dress up. We drive our apparatuses, including Old Engine 1, just to show off our tradition. And it's really just a feel-good opportunity to give back to the community and just let them know that we're here.
Just getting to be there for members of the community is really fulfilling and gratifying, that even if it's just like for one individual person, that you have an opportunity to form a connection and make a difference in what is often like a very scary time in their lives if they're calling an ambulance.
And I guess that feeling of I made a difference to that person today, or I actually saved that person's life, was a feeling I never wanted to forget.
And I think that if you're going to be in the fire service, you've got to have the ability to want to help other people. I think you'll see that in anybody here. They enjoy doing it because they enjoy helping people.